So as you guys might know, Apex Legends randomly turned Olympus back on for ranked for pubs, which is pretty exciting, and I'm really excited to be here sharing that with you in my Solo to Master series. So today I'm going to show you guys how I used my macro knowledge and my game sense and my mechanics and all those things and my, to get a pretty good win on Olympus ranked in Diamond on the Solo to Master journey. So anyways, getting into it, we're diving in here on Energy Depot. I think it's a pretty good drop. I thought I saw two teams, so I thought, okay, a contest makes sense here, but I ended up wiping them super fast. So anyways, moving on here, I'm trying to just get a quick shot. I have a Spitfire, so I'd rather use the Massive, try to get like a chunk of damage. I don't get the kill. Oh, so that's really cool. We've been streaming this on Twitch as well, and like, the support has been crazy. You guys have been awesome. So Twitch.tv/Ottr if you want to check it out later. Anyways, really good damage from my teammates. I ended up not doing anything. You just kick the door open, and I got the kill there. But that was like super undeserved, honestly. My teammates clutched that one up for sure. There's not much I can do there because Rafe was just sitting there despite her best efforts. But like honestly, it was a really good move from her, but they just didn't get like do enough damage. So as you might notice, I'm not running a shotgun on Pathfinder. I've mentioned this countless of times, and also you might notice I'm running Pathfinder. It's because of Olympus. I feel like it's a pretty solid pick on Olympus. You can make some good rotations. You can play off angles. It's just generally more fun. Rafe is also fine, I feel, but I haven't really found good results playing as her. Moving on, we are basically now just grabbing a little bit of loot, looting up, chilling a little bit. Expecting maybe a third party might come in soon, but we had a very quick fight here, so most of it should be untouched. Also, like, I just realized when it comes to Pathfinder, you guys probably haven't seen me play Pathfinder in a long time, but I have 40,000 kills on him. So, albeit a bit rusty, you might see some pretty cool Pathfinder plays in this one, or at least in the grind in general. I was also debating doing like a full video with my personal favorites from this season. We'll do like a really long video with the highlights from the stream, and I'll talk over, explain my decision making, kind of critique the VOD, and we might get to like a feature film length, so like 1 hour, maybe 2 hours long VOD of me just going over like my best games from the climb. And that's something we could do for like every legend. We can do it for basically every time we do this climb, and you guys would have some cool, content in one place. We'll still do these games from time to time, like a singular game, but I feel like a long video like that might be more appreciated for the people that want a lot of decision making just jammed straight into the cranium. So that's pretty cool. Just let me know what you guys think about that idea in the comments. I think it's a pretty solid idea. Anyways, so we're moving on here. I'm eating some candy. You can't see it because I think my camera is covering the stream camera in this layout that we're using for these Solo to Master videos. But I'm just moving forward here. I think we heard some shots or saw someone here. Not my proudest grapple, but we're moving forward here, trying to get some angles. And so far seems fine, but we know it should have been here somewhere. And seeing as nothing is happening anymore, we're just chilling. Anyways, moving on, it's kind of slow right now. We notice there's a lot in Diamond, and especially on Olympus, it is a very chaotic map, and if you take a bad fight, you'll get like 9th partied. Here we go. So we actually decided to we just loaded up a little bit more on Hammond. We were hoping a team would show up, but nothing happened. So we ended up hitting the scan here, and we see, oh, there's a big fight going on here at the corner of the map. Should be isolated. It's gonna be one in Gardens as well. But these guys are like either fighting right now or about to get into it. And it should be isolated. It should be on the third parties with how far away all the other teams are. And me being a Pathfinder, I immediately do a zipline to get up close, and we're going to be doing some pretty good plays here. And I'm going to try to highlight some of the micro, because I'm really proud of the micro I did here with Pathfinder, and also like some of my shots, so I'll take a look at it. You're gonna like it. Also, this guy, Surf0005, like, there's so many cheaters on lately that I just expected him to maybe be a cheater, but I didn't really like think about it until I think he deleted Seer around this point. Was he soon? I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, he just beams, did not miss. Now, thankfully, I don't miss, except a few shots there, but I'll take it. Good damage. I like how I just destroyed a guy and go, this guy's very sus. So what I do here now is I got a pretty good knock. It's very good. I keep pressure down because I know the teammates are going to push up because they also got a knock on my teammate. Hey Yuki, you want to help me do a review? No, she doesn't. So I just finished the bloodhound. I don't want them to get the rest, especially because I'm expecting him to maybe be a little bit sussy. I don't want him, to get back up for any reason. I'm looking for an off angle here because I might not be expecting it. I actually slipped down here, but those were some really solid shots of the wingman. I realized that this is not a good 1v1, and like that was the reason I wanted to drop down. I wanted to basically drop down, queue up, drop down, queue up, and just play the high ground because it's very hard for them to get up, but it's very easy for me to do so. So my teammate cleaned up here, very good stuff, and it was a bit of a wholesome moment from the seer here.
Thank you very much.
Hey Yuki, wanna help me review? No? She doesn't want to help me. But yeah, no, so we're just looting up here and stabilizing. So we also mentioned this, and this is a game. There was another game that I'm probably not going to feature in like a standalone video. But it's something not a lot of people talk about. People very often panic in zone and don't think about how long you can stay alive. Like, we're out here chilling in zone 2, we got plenty of heals, you can even go and craft if you're really far out. I think in one game, I'll see if we pull up the map soon, but in one of the games we had, we literally were minutes away. I think we spent like 5 minutes in the zone or something crazy like that because we were held out and we had to rotate super wide. And it just comes down to like, if you get locked out of zone, don't panic, focus on getting heals and stabilizing. It's very rare that a team will chase you out into zone as well, so if you manage to escape out into the zone or you force out of the zone, you can usually make your way in. With some exceptions, of course. Very good comms from our teammate here saying he's coming now. Very good shots from me hitting the heady, hitting the gritty. Not the best grapple here. And this was a bit weird, but it's on me for whiffing. I was just trying to get the RNG and he just gets the bat off right there. Very good bat from him. And he just made my whole screen fly there, and I don't even know where he got the health from. Very strange stuff, but we did get the kill here. He must have had 1 health after the punch. I have no idea what happened there. Anyways, very good for my teammates to instantly come in and get the rest. They had revived 2 people, so we knew that we could just push the lifeline. She's gonna be free, and the others, if they do appear, they shouldn't come. But if they do come, they should be completely free because they shouldn't have any loot. This guy was super stacked as well, so that's pretty cool. Guy on top has a sentinel. And the other guy has, I don't even know what he has, but he's not really putting a lot of damage in. And I actually tell my teammates I want them to hit the zip, and I grapple up. Now the timing was a bit disjointed, they hadn't gone up, but I still queue up because I felt like they were getting focused a little bit. I get a little bit of damage in, get a little bit of space in, but I have to drop down because they're looking straight at me. Seer actually went up and followed me and did a very good job here. And I ended up, being in a great spot here because Valkyrie just dropped straight into my open arms here. Very quick, bullety hug. Great stuff right there. Yeah, she must have popped a cell on the way down as well. Basically what Lifeline did. That makes sense. But yeah, so we're just rotating in here. Makes a lot of sense. This is a very risky zipline, but like I just take the risk. There's also 7 squads alive. I knew in the back of my head we hadn't seen people for a while. They should have third partied if they were here. And when we did the scan, there weren't more teams around us. It's unlikely that they would be here to push us. Obviously, not an impossibility, but when it comes to games like this, when it comes to rotations and that type of stuff, you have to make some assumptions, because if you get stuck in your head being like, oh, an enemy could be here or whatever, like you always assume the worst, you're gonna end up being delayed a lot because you have to check every corner, you have to like, cross every dot every I or whatever. Like you have to be extremely slow and thorough, and you're going to miss out on opportunities in doing so. And that's not ideal. It's not ideal. Hit like if you agree. Moving on, we're going for a bit of a play here. We're getting a scan. This is all on their behest. I don't call a lot in this game. I had some other games I called a lot more in this grind, but this one I was just kind of chilling, running at people and bopping them, especially with like, my aim was pretty solid today in general, so I just wanted to go off with it. Getting good use from Pathfinder's zipline here so I can do a fast rotation. I take the high gun here with the zipline, and I'm looking for them because we scanned the whole team here, but I don't see anyone, so I don't know what's going on there. Moving on anyways, I'm rotating forward, just trying to get into zone. It's top 6 already, like this is Olympus. This game ended kind of fast, but a few games before this was omega sweaty. I think by zone 4, there were 10 squads alive, just bunched up like an ALGS game. It was actually more sweaty than several of the ALGS games I've been in. So that's kind of crazy, honestly. Here I'm just trying to put a little bit of damage down and like maybe get a lucky pick or something. I don't want to commit, obviously, because like we don't have cover, we're in the open. and there are 2 squads, but I am trying to look for an angle, trying to get KP, because obviously I want rank, points, and get a piece of that. Anyways, I take the zipline forward because I know they're distracted, so I go for the back of the ship. That's why I put it there in the first place, and we managed to end up getting a really good position. How are you doing, Yuki? She just wants to play tug, but we're not playing tug. We're doing a solo to master video. That's what matters the most. So anyways, we run forward here. We're uncontested on the angle, so why not? There's a Loba ultimate right here, so why not go for that? It's a bit of an awkward fight. It's also, I think there's another team like around us somewhere. We don't really know what's happening with that. I'm trying to put a little bit of damage here and get good damage on the Seer, but their teammates are assisting. Also, I dropped my sight here, which happens all the time now. I don't know why they changed that. It's super annoying. But apparently they changed, on PC they changed, so if you right click something in your inventory now, or an attachment, you want to move it to the other gun, it drops it or puts it in the inventory, where right clicking used to swap the weapon, swap the sides of it. So it's very confusing, and I think undocumented, but we figured it out. Just literally, if you want to swap your sights nowadays, just hit the left click. I think they changed it on console as well, but I don't think anyone complained about it because you couldn't do it at all on console. And I think they just accidentally screwed it up on PC when doing so. But at this point, they might just keep it, because now everyone's just confused, and they would be even more confused if you end up switching it back once everyone's getting used to it. So, not W. Anyways, so now we're a bit of a flip side situation here. Also, I don't know what's up with that Horizon ultimate, but we're a bit in a, you know, the opposite situation here. We're the team playing the ship. Obviously, there's another team here, and it's another team running in. But the team on this side are not in zone. They have to run in. They can't stay alive here, so we just have to shoot them a little bit. I don't know what this guy was shooting at. Wasn't even anyone there. Not my best wingman shots. These were a little bit better. Ends up getting Loba stolen, and I'm just trying to, like, you know, shoot the team that's in the open, get kill points. Again, you know, it's all about getting kill points. We have ending, we think it pulls someone to us, but what happened here is huge. So apparently, let's see, what was it this point? Okay, so what happened here, this is a huge game sense call that I didn't really cover properly, so I want to just dissect this real quick. Right here. So what we see happen here is we have a Loba. I think we saw a duo. We saw a Loba, we saw a Horizon. Loba, and maybe a guy who fell off the map. I don't know what happened there. But the Loba is here. She messes up her Q. She dies in zone. And then we only see a Horizon. So we can establish that it's a solo. We can also see that, to double down on that, we can see that Pathfinder ends up getting a knock on the Loba that stole the kill. And then Pathfinder gets knocked by the Horizon. With that in mind, that means that the team that's playing the helm of the ship at best is a duo, and the team that came from the zone, the team on the right side also on the helm that they're currently fighting, is a solo. And the solo, presumably a solo, and the solo got a knock as well, meaning at best is a 2v1, and they're fully focused, fully engaged. They're fighting as we're speaking here. And I just go straight through the catalyst Q here. There's no way I can shoot that, because I literally tell my teammates as well, just come here, because this is perfect. And they time it perfectly. Not my best aim, but we get the kill on the, I think it was Horizon. And then Catalyst, I sit on her head for a little bit, sit on her face, and then, you know, we're chilling. Get the quick loot. I probably should be looking around here instead of looting really fast, but I'm just a loot goblin and I love looting, so I'm just going for it. And it works out in our favor, and now all of a sudden it's a top 2 situation, and we have all the loot we need, we have good positioning. The only problem is we did give up the ship, but I think that the other team also ended up fighting someone, so it's safe to assume they're far away. We didn't hear them, we didn't see them. So when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, they have to be around here somewhere. There's no way they're here, because we would have heard them or seen them, or they would have reported. They have to be as far away as possible, which happens to be either like around here, like this whole area, or in this whole, on the left, this whole area, towards the docks. And then we, thankfully, the Bangalore gives away your position with the smoke. I put a zipline up so I can get to the far side, because we want to hold, this is an instinct thing, I didn't call it, but we basically want to hold one angle each, because if we hold the same angle, it's going to be easy for them to play around and take a smoke in or whatever. So we literally have, I think Rafe ends up playing like right next to me, but we basically have like separate angles so we can get a crossfire going, and it makes it very difficult for them to push up. So I'm putting down some poke damage here. Not extremely proud of the damage here. We had some more solid shots earlier in the game, but you know, at this range, it's all about leading and prediction. And you're really shooting very tiny pixels, so you guys gotta cut me some slack for it. You also gotta cut me from, you know, some slack for what's gonna happen in a little bit. We'll get to that. Anyways, moving on. We're just kind of shooting, plunking away here a little bit, trying to get that entry damage. I have a skull piercer. A heady is gonna be a massive entry here for us. But I'm just trying to put pressure down. At the end of the day, we're just trying to delay the inevitable. They have to push into us. There's no way zone pulls to them. But I'm putting a zipline down here just in case we get an opening we can go in on, so I can just zip over and play that different angle. Sort of a preparation play. There's no way the enemy team takes a zipline. I do think they might have a horizon, but it's still not like they can. This is massive. I get 2 shots with the wingman. My teammate follows up with the Craver body shot, and immediately I zipline over as I had prepared. I get a perfect angle on him rezzing. Fat 230 damage right there, and now it's a 2v3. There's nothing they can do except me. You'll see for yourself. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And that's how we end up winning that. And I think in general, there's probably a lot of pretty valuable information for you guys if you want to climb an Olympus. When it comes back on, I think maybe we'll see it next split. It's still pretty buggy, so we don't know what will happen. Maybe it accidentally came on, I don't know. But either way, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like, make sure that you've subscribed, and of course, check out the other Solo to Massive video on the screen, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.